Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Cheers, guys. I have the cutest cups. I'm actually obsessed. I got these off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. Coffee just tastes better in a cute cup. Can't drink coffee out of the same cup that I drink my water in. You know, it just like, it doesn't taste the same. It's actually a cold brew. It's from Chameleon and it's pretty good. I feel like it's really strong. I wanted to take you guys through a day in my life as a founder, and I love filming these types of videos because I think that they're really entertaining. It's the type of content I want to see, especially as someone who is very entrepreneurial. I want to see the way other people organize their day, structure their life. I'm going to walk you through my day and just like the systems that I have in place for my day, because as a founder, there is a lot of context switching. I'm not someone that time batches my entire day, like today I'm only focused on this or only focused on that. And we are in a very pivotal time because we are relaunching literally in 6 days. So there's just so much that we need to do. So I'm going to show you guys kind of how I organize my day and what my day looks like. I woke up really early today so that I could start working pretty early. So I started working this morning at like 7:30 a.m. and I didn't work out because I'm actually going to work out in the afternoon. So I'm going to end my day earlier, which is why I started working at 7. First things first, before I do anything, before I check my email, before I plan the day or anything like that, I like to write down my to-do list, because that way I know exactly what I need to get done and I'm not distracted by what's in my email or what I find online, social media, or anything like that. The way that I like to structure my to-do list is a mix of things that I got from 2 amazing women that honestly are my inspirations, Grace Beverly and Amanda Getz. I've kind of combined their 2 like productivity methods and made it into my own, so we can call this one the Natalie method. I just use my notes app for my to-do list. I find that it's like the easiest way to just keep track and jot things down. So I create a monthly note. So for example, it's currently July, so I have my July weekly to-do list. So every week I start my to-do list in this one note, and then when August comes around, I'll make one for August. I separate each day by quick ticks, tasks, and projects. Quick ticks is anything that you can get done in under 5 minutes. Tasks is anything from 5 to 30 minutes. Projects is anything that takes over 30 minutes. And think of this as things that actually move the needle forward. I adopted the quick ticks, tasks, project system from Grace Beverly.
If you don't already do this, this method is going to make you 10 times more productive than you already are.
Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to split your to-do list into quick ticks, tasks, projects. Quick ticks take you under 5 minutes, tasks 5 to 30 minutes, projects are made up of a few tasks and they're usually 30 minutes plus.
Once you've written them all down, you're going to choose 3 things that are non-negotiable that you're going to get done today. It sounds so simple. Honestly, try it today. I promise you it will change your life. Stop having a fucking to-do list that's 10 meters long where nothing is weighted in terms of priority or time.
What I actually adopted from Amanda Getz, I adopted her to-do list, and what I mean by to-do list is that I pick 2 things that I really need to get done. So 2 like major items that are going to move the needle forward. And when you look at this to-do list, you might think intuitively, well, let me start with the quick ticks because it's going to be faster, then tasks, then projects. But I actually saw this visual that really helped me put things into perspective with filling up a jar first with sand, which think of sand as like your quick ticks, then filling it up with like pebbles, and those are your tasks, and then filling it up with like big rocks, and big rocks are your projects. The most efficient way to fill that jar is actually going to be by putting your projects, which are your big rocks, first, then the pebbles, and then the sand. And so you actually want to start your day with the things that are going to move the needle forward. And so that's why I start my day with my projects, because I want to make sure that I get my 2 projects done a day that's actually going to set me up for success. So for example, today I want to reach out to 30 plus people on my social media list for this relaunch, and that takes up a lot of time just emailing all of those people and reaching out to them. And it's also going to move the needle forward because I need to get that done so that we can get onboarding calls and we can get people to sign up to try this new app. Next thing is filming content for Rella. I do have a list of things that I need to film for Rella, so I want to make sure that I get that done. And then I also, after those things, I will add more projects, and usually they just carry over into the next day, but my goal is to get 2 of the projects done a day. Once those 2 are done, then I focus on my tasks. So those are things that are less than 30 minutes. And then once my tasks are done, I can end my day with just quickly finishing out my day with the things that I can get done in less than 5 minutes. It's been super productive for me. It's not perfect. Sometimes I do the tasks first, sometimes I do the quick ticks first, depending on my day, but this is generally how I feel my most productive. Another hack is if, let's say, you have like 30 minutes between calls, you don't really have enough time to focus on a project, because those are things that you need to sit down and like not be distracted by. So I'll like fill in my like quick ticks and my tasks in those like small time periods that I have, but for the most part, that's kind of how I like to structure my day, and it's been super, super helpful. Also, when it comes to structuring my day, I try not to take any calls before 2 p.m. So I like to schedule my lunch from 1 to 2, and then before that, it's like deep focused work where I can actually work on my project. And then I set my Calendly to be able to accept calls from 2 to 6. All of my calls I try to batch kind of one after the other. Once I create my to-do list and I know what I need to do for the day, then I check my email. So right now I'm gonna sit down and I am going to be checking my email. This cold brew is making me really cold, so I'm gonna wear my hoodie. Seriously, look like a bum whenever I work from home. I'm in my workout clothes right now because I'm gonna work out at the end of the day, and so putting myself in my workout clothes just like makes me prepare for the workout at the end of the day. This is the work from home uniform. As you can see, as a founder, I am juggling a lot of responsibilities in a day. So project management is a crucial skill that I really wish that I had learned earlier. And I wish that I had PMI's free kickoff course to help me. Because as you can see, being efficient in project management actually helps me navigate all of my tasks and lets me contribute to the success of my company. So whether you are in tech, you're starting a business, growing in the corporate world and climbing the corporate ladder, I think project management and efficiency is key to being successful. So that is where the Project Management Institute's free kickoff course comes in. And if you're wondering what it is, Kickoff is 100% free, and it's an interactive project management course that only takes 45 minutes to complete. So if you're watching this YouTube video, just open it up after this and you'll be done within the hour. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you like that stuff. So in under an hour, you can learn the basics of project management with Kickoff. And it's just gonna empower you to be able to manage projects no matter what industry you're in, because this is industry agnostic. And PMI courses and certifications can actually make you level up in your career, and they can open up new career opportunities, new pathways. Of course, it's helpful as a founder, but if I was still working in the corporate world, I would 100% be doing this, because I think that this would set me apart from all of the other people working with me. And that just means that you're able to expand your career opportunity no matter where you want to work, whether it's business, tech, fashion, beauty. Literally every single industry needs project management skills. So make sure to check out PMI and Kickoff in the description below if you are looking to level up your project management skills. Okay, I reached out to my list, and this is how I've been keeping track of it through Airtable. Honestly, I don't know if I prefer Airtable. I think it's just a glorified spreadsheet. I think it does have good uses for other things, but like just to keep track of who I'm reaching out to, I don't necessarily think it's necessary. But I do have these little columns here, so I wrote down if we're already connected, who could potentially connect us, and then if I've reached out. If I haven't reached out to them yet, it is because I am waiting on either someone to connect us or I'm waiting for a better time to reach out to them. But for the most part, I did reach out to my list, and in the time that I spent reaching out to my list of people, I already had people message me, and we have already begun scheduling some time on my calendar. My calendar this week is actually pretty empty. I am traveling this week as well, so that's also why, but I have scheduled some time, and I have been reaching out to people through text, through DM, through LinkedIn, so that's why it's good to have that Airtable. I can kind of see like how I reached out to them, because in my notes I will explain. So now I'm actually going to reach back out to the first 30 that I had reached out to last week and follow up with everyone that didn't respond. But we have about an hour to reach out, so now I'm going to just do some follow-ups and hope we get some answers. I guess this is a good time to say that if you do work in social media, if you're a social media manager, you work at an agency or a team, then if you want to schedule an onboarding call with us and a demo, definitely let us know. We're doing onboarding calls with you as well as your team if you decide to use Rella, and we are giving it away for like practically free for the first people that sign up. So definitely make sure to check out the link down below. I will say the hardest part about working in social media though, and like DMing people and messaging people on social, is that I get so distracted. Like I get so distracted, I start scrolling, I start looking at people's stories, like it's not good for me. I've been trying to get out of my apartment at least once a week. We actually gave up our office, you guys, which is really sad, but we were not utilizing it, and we need to cut costs because we are, like I said, in a very pivotal time, and so we decided to give up our office. It was kind of a no-brainer just because, especially this summer, we've like barely been there. So I don't have an office anymore, which is totally fine, but I want to get out of my apartment because I stay here all the time, and not even just from like a productivity standpoint, because truthfully, I am incredibly productive at my apartment. Sometimes I feel like I'm more productive at home than when I'm out like at a coffee shop, but really so that I can like meet people potentially and just like have a change of scenery and just get out of my apartment, like just for the sake of like exploring Miami and living my life. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you? Are you based in, you're based in New York, right? Okay, nice. What part of the city do you live in? Okay, cool. I lived in New York for a year, so really short amount of time, but I was in the West Village when I was there.
I love it over there.
I love living here in Miami. I honestly prefer living here and like visiting New York than vice versa. Even though I know most people, like in the winter, like everyone from New York comes down and like visits Miami. Cool, but thanks so much for taking the time to talk. I found your content and then I was like, wait, I want to talk to you about kind of what we're building and get your feedback on it. Just because I know that you're obviously in the content space, and I guess before I show you what we're building, I'll give you a little backstory on like myself, and then I'd love to just like ask you some questions too. What about you? Like, how did you get started in social? And then I'd love to ask you some questions just about like your workflow and everything like that. And a few other tools that I use but didn't mention is Slack. We use this with our team to communicate with each other. I highly recommend it, even if you have a small team. It just helps separate your work. And I use Superhuman for email. It makes me get by my emails so much quicker. And then of course I use Rella to plan my content. We relaunched. We are out as you're watching this video, so definitely check it out. And obviously I use Rella for the content planning. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that it helped in terms of how I just schedule my workday, how I work from home, what tools I use to stay productive. And again, thank you so much to PMI for sponsoring today's video. I want to check out Kickoff. I'm gonna have it linked down below, but thank you for watching. If you want to see more of these types of videos where it's vlog style, but it's still like feels kind of like a sit-down video because I'm going through like tips and tricks with staying productive, then let me know, and let me know the other type of content you want to see. But again, thanks guys, love you, and I'll see you in my next video.